starts with the seed of a thought. And then that seed grows into, action, and it roots itself in your mind, and it becomes, something. Now, if it's a negative thought, then it's holding you back, and you gotta weed the garden inside your mind. You've gotta go in there, and you've got to see what kind of bad programming you have, and you got to start weeding that garden. Hey, what's up, guys? Fired Up Phil here. I am here with another episode of Breathing Fire, the official podcast of BeastLIFE brand, a badass brand for a new breed of powerful believers. That's right, we are powerful believers. And I'm amped up for the holidays. We got some cool things going on heading into the new year. That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today on this episode of Breathing Fire. So I hope everybody has been enjoying their holiday season. Of course, your Christmas. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a great one with your families and your loved ones. I had an awesome Christmas with my family. We had a great time. Obviously, opening presents and stuff like that is fun. I do have kids, so that's always enjoyable watching them, obviously open presents and have the happiness of seeing their gifts and what they got. And, it always reminds me when we do like gifts and stuff, like when I'm watching the kids open and you see like the joy in their eyes when they're opening presents. It's such a reminder, in my opinion, of what we have to be thankful for. And it's like, if we can appreciate and understand the gifts that we have as, believers, and, just in general, to live a life of gratitude and to open up every day like it's a gift. I've heard it said before that it's called the present, right? Right now, we're in the present. I'm in the present with you right here. And so with that, it's called a present, and it should be treated like a present because the day is a gift. Life is a gift. And if we could value and appreciate it every single day, it would definitely, it would definitely help us become fired up. That's how I like to, start my days, is to get into a state of gratitude. Thank God for the fact that, I have another day here to be able to fulfill my purpose and to be able to move closer down the path that He has, placed in front of me. So that's just something that I implore you to, implement into your day, into your mornings. If you have a morning routine, think about like when kids open presents, how excited they are. When they see their gifts, how much they value, what's in that. Let's take that same attitude and let's put that into our lives every single morning. Don't you think if you did that your day would go so much different? If you took the time during, coffee, if you drink coffee, or just your morning routine, to be able to, thank God for the day that He's given you and take advantage of the opportunity. That's right. I said opportunity in front of you, because not everybody has the opportunity that you have, the opportunity to, if you're in the States, to be in a great country of freedom and to be able to, build businesses and do these things. Not everybody has the opportunity to have health, maybe. Not everybody has all the opportunities that you may have. And whatever those opportunities are, we have to look at them and be thankful for them and be grateful for them, because a grateful heart is a heart that is powerful. It's a heart that can go out and conquer and seize the day. An ungrateful heart, when you lack gratitude and you wish everything was better and you don't, you think things are unfair, which we're going to get into in a minute, how to put that to rest. But when you have that attitude, if that's how you start your day, if that's how you go through the day, then you're not going to live powerful. You're not going to live the beast life, because Christ told us to go out and to live with gratitude and to show love towards others and have that. And why would He say something that? Why would He ask us to go out and live with gratitude and be grateful? Because it's always, anytime the Bible tells us something, it's always for our own best interest. That's one of the things I always tell people. Even if you're not a believer, like, look, dude, when you read the Bible or you understand the messages that come out of the Bible, everything in the Bible, when you look deep enough, is for our own best interest. It's never to take things away from us. Some things at first seem like it might be, but when you actually dig deep enough, it's not. It's actually for our benefit. It's beneficial to us. So living with gratitude is definitely beneficial to us, because it helps us live powerful and have a powerful day, right? But it also brings healing into our bodies. like living with gratitude, it's an energy, it's a healing energy, it's a powerful energy. And so, yes, we are talking about gratitude a little bit, because going into the new year, if that's something that you need to work on, then like I said, I implore you to do so. So I'm going to get into my message now when it comes down to, what we're talking about. I literally love this time of year. My birthday's in December. I was having this conversation the other day. And so like I kind of get a double whammy at this time of year, because a lot of people at the, like, obviously we're talking about a new year right now. So a lot of people take this opportunity to reflect on, their past and reflect on what the new year is going to bring them. People also do that on their birthday, like another year has gone by of my life. What's the next year going to be like? Let me, set some goals, maybe get on a new track, right? Well, my birthday's in December, so I get super fired up about the new year, because basically my birthday and the new year are kind of in the same time frame. So with that, I just want to let you know that I am excited and fired up for the end of this year, and I am super excited and fired up going into 2022, and I hope you are too. And if you're not, I'm going to hopefully be able to maybe change that for you in this episode, because I want you to be excited about going into your future. We should always be excited about our future. Now, when it comes down to reflection, one of the things that I like to do, this time of year is take a look at what I've accomplished in this past year. That's always a good thing. Like, what did I accomplish? What did I not accomplish that I would have liked to? And just kind of reflect on that a little bit. Take some notes on, what I want to accomplish. Obviously, going into 2022 at this point, what do I want to do in 2022? What did I accomplish in 2021? What did I not accomplish that I want to still do in 2022? And what other things now do I want to, put on the game plan to conquer in 2022? And the other thing that I like to do when I'm reflecting over the past year is take a look at what is it that I really think that I can improve about myself. Because if we don't believe that we have things that we need to improve about ourselves, then we're setting ourselves up for failure. And so we always need to be self-evaluating and working on improving ourselves. There's lots of things going into 2022 that I know as a leader that I want to change about myself, that I want to improve about myself. There's certain things when I take a look at my habits and I kind of see where I'm falling short, and things that I want to make a change when it comes down to what am I doing on a regular routine basis. So those are the two things that I focus the hardest on, is like what goals do I want to set, and then what about me personally as a person, as a leader, as as a husband, as a father, as a friend, as everything, right? What can I change about myself? That's really important. So I would again implore you to maybe adapt something like similar to that, and take a look at yourself, and obviously get fired up and set some goals for 2022. Now, here's the thing, that a lot of people, when I talk to people who are not excited, and let me help you if this is you, because excuses are like that they're like subconscious lies that you tell yourself, because nobody doesn't want to go to the next level. Nobody doesn't want to move forward. Nobody doesn't want to set goals and reach those goals, whatever they may be for you. But what is it that prevents a lot of people? And I believe that comes down to, obviously, a lot of people make excuses, right? They make excuses for why they don't have what they want to have, or why they can't do this or do that. I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too, I don't have the talent. I don't have the resources. I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have the gym to go. I can't, I won't. And people just get full of excuses. And I'm just going to remind you on that note that you have an enemy, right, that comes to steal, kill, and destroy from you. That's what the Bible says. Now, that happens in your mind, in your subconscious mind. You start to make all these excuses and all these reasons of why you can't move forward and do the things that God is calling you to do, and go to places that God is calling you to go. God doesn't want you to live a life that's, less than prosperous. Of course, we all have to suffer in different things within our lives or whatever, but those are to help us grow and help us move forward. Now, we're supposed to be living prosperous, and we can't allow excuses. We can't allow an enemy to come into our minds, our own self, our own doubts, our own fears to rise up inside of us and become excuses that prevent us from living, as the powerful king and queen that God created us to be. We can't allow that. The purpose that God has for you is something that I wanted to ask you right now. What is God's purpose for you, right? What is that? That's what is trying to be stolen from you. Every time that we feel that we're trying to move forward in an area of our lives that we feel we're being led to improve or led to, go towards and make a change, we will always be tested and we will always be tried. All right. So I just want to leave that with you. I want you to understand that you're going to have to overcome excuses. We all do. Right. And you're going to have to realize that through those, you're going to be tested and tried. And it's up to you to overcome that. Okay. And some people think like, hey, life is unfair. Right. I'll tell you this. In my experiences and in my life, I have definitely seen that some people have an unfair advantage when it comes to, like let's just say you want to build a business or you want to do something and you look at somebody else and you go, man, that person, man, they got handouts, they've been given an unfair advantage. And that's true. They have. There are plenty of people who have had, parents who have had, different people pave the way for them. They've been given financial resources. They've been handed, a company. They've been provided the path to be, into a certain industry or whatever, because there's people that they know that are in there. They've got connections, whatever the case may be. The truth is that some people do have an unfair advantage, and that's just life, right? That's life. That does not mean that, you or I can't go and get what we want and go and surpass a person who has an unfair advantage. So I hear that a lot, and I used to look at it and go and think the same thing and stuff. But the truth is, like, when I look at my life, if I'm telling a story about myself regarding this, I'm super excited and fired up about things now, but it wasn't always that way, obviously. And I remember, when I look back, I have a lot of gratitude going back to the beginning when I was talking about, because I wasn't given anything. I wasn't given shit in my life. Nothing. I had to work for everything. The only thing I was probably given in my life was like bad programming. And, when I was young, and I had to thankfully overcome that through, the grace of God and having him intervene in my life and show me that, hey, you're programming your mind with garbage, dude. Like, that's why you have your thoughts and everything, and you're full of excuses, and you have negative thinking, and you're going nowhere, and you have all these thoughts that are starting to fade in the form of dreams and desires and stuff. And he kind of came into my life, and I'm so thankful for that he was able to show me that it was in the programming. And I started changing, the things that I was putting into my mind. I started reading books, listening to, seminars, going to seminars, changing the sphere of influence of people that I had around me in my circle. And when I started doing that, everything started changing. And so, it doesn't matter, where you are. It doesn't matter if you've been given in something, if you have an unfair advantage or don't have any advantage, or even even if you're starting from so far behind, right? It's just a matter of mindset, and that's what I really believe in. And I want to encourage you that going into 2022, let's set a promise that we're going to go into 2022, you watching, that you're going to create and design your life, because that's the difference between anybody who has what they want and moves towards their goals and elevates their life and their business and levels up and scales. Those people make a decision to design and be a creator. See, they're the influencer, not the influenced. Okay, so in your life, you've been given a gift by God to be a creator. We're created in his image and likeness, and we have the capacity to create just like he did. And so how does God do that? Well, he did it with words. Those words start in our minds, right? It's all about how we speak to ourselves and our thoughts, and those transcend into actions and into what we end up either achieving or not achieving in life. It starts with the seed of a thought, And then that seed grows into, action, and it roots itself in your mind, and it becomes, something. Now, if it's a negative thought, then it's holding you back, and you gotta weed the garden inside your mind. You've gotta go in there, and you've got to see what kind of bad programming you have, and you got to start weeding that garden. Because the garbage that you might have put in your mind, the garbage that I put in my mind, I have to go in there and take those thoughts captive, like the Bible says. That's de-weeding your garbage, right? You got to take those thoughts captive, and you got to put them. You have to submit, make them submit, because that's not the truth. Those are lies that your mind is telling you. And so when we've been given the creative power of God, we can go into 2022 and we can create the year that we want for us. We can create the path, and we can design and shape our future, just like God designed and shaped the earth and all the things in it, and created us in his image and likeness to go and do the same, right? So in 2022, heading into 2022, as I'm recording this, and into the beginning of 2022, I want you to focus on designing and creating and shaping the year that you want to have. And I want you to continue to work on yourself, set some goals, de-weed the negative programming and thoughts that you have in your mind, take them captive and get them, under submission and in control, so that they are not ruining your garden, the garden of your thoughts, that you are not, obviously, growing plants of negativity and growing fruit that is going to be unfruitful, right? I should say, not growing fruit that's going to be unfruitful. So with that said, I am going to sign off. This was kind of just a jump on, and let me say happy holidays. And but going into 2022, we've got some really cool things that we're going to be talking about and discussing. Some great messages to help move forward, help be successful, help live powerful, help bring people to, obviously the love of Christ, and share the gospel and stuff. So BeastLIFE brand here with Breathing Fire, another episode. I'm going to sign off on that note. I wish you guys the rest of your holidays be awesome, and a happy, wonderful new year that's going to be full of planning, full of goals, and full of lots of fruit that you are going to design and you're going to create, within your own life, because you have the power to do so. And don't anybody let you tell you any differently, because that's not true. And it all starts with the seeds of faith and the seeds of belief and the seeds of thought inside of our minds, and we can't let that go. And some people might think that that's crazy and that that's like, just nonsense, but it's really not. Because any successful people, if you look and you evaluate, what's made them successful, it all stems from seeds of belief, seeds of faith. You hear stories all the time of people that have failed in the beginning over and over and over again, but they never gave up, right? They had seeds of faith inside of them, and those seeds of faith, grew into what it was that they were able to accomplish. So I wish that for you, my friend, and you have that creative ability within you. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, if you are a, 8-figure earner, well, then you know that I'm telling the truth, because you're living it and you're implementing it. If you're, somebody who's stuck and struggling, and you're, looking for, assistance to be empowered and encouraged, and you're going, why? How can I do this? How can I level my life or my business up? How can I, level my marriage up, my fitness up, my faith up, my finances up? How can I do all this? I'm telling you, my friend, it starts inside your mind with the seeds of thought, and it starts with right there. Don't look further. It starts inside here in your mind. Okay, you have to get it. You have to get your head right first, your mindset right first, or you're never going to grow, the actual fruit of what it is that you're trying to accomplish outside, in the world. You're not going to be able to do it. So with that said, I am signing off. So go think fruitful thoughts and de-weed your mind. And I'll be back with another episode of Breathing Fire next week, and we will chop it up on some awesome stuff to help you continue to build momentum. Actually, one of the things we're going to talk about is momentum and how to build momentum. So I'll leave that for you as a little bit of a teaser. It doesn't happen by chance. Momentum doesn't happen by chance. We're going to get into that in a little bit in the future. So anyway, peace out. God bless. Have an awesome, 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 happy New Year. And I will see you on another episode. Take care.